howdy do, one looky loo. How are you this evening? So, hi, Robbie Bobby. How are you, booby? Hey, we definitely have to get together with the Hutches, and I know, going live twice in one day. We have to get together with the Hutches on Mario Kart. I need to do some more Mario Karting. Oh, hello, Jennifer. Hello, TD, Tarot Destiny. TD, thank you for my reading today. I got an over text message reading from TD, which was awesome. It was great. I'll text you a little bit later and let you know how today went. So I know that Rob, the new tracks on Mario Kart are fire. I know in the chat somebody was saying they didn't love the new tracks, but I'm digging the new tracks. I liked Amsterdam when you go through all the tulips. It's super cool. So hi Deborah. Hello, darling. Hello, darling. So all right, so I'm gonna plant some seeds. So I did a thing today, and not gonna make a big deal out of it yet, but I am gonna have a lot more time freed up soon. So things are happening. Today is brought to you by Coca-Cola. Not really, but hi, Sari. Hi, Sari, darling. So last night was super fun. Trevor Colt was on. We all love Trevor. Well, I think we're all Trevorites here. And I actually popped onto his live. He was pulling people in from the viewers, and I was like, "Can I come on?" And he was like, "Yeah." So we hung out for a little bit. It was very cool. It was right at the end of his live last night. So I owe you guys a lot of readings. A lot of readings. So I figure I wanted to say, oh, and I've decluttered my hair. I've got shorter hair now. So I think this is the length my hair is supposed to be. It's not supposed to be any longer than this. As much as I want it to be long and luxurious, like when I was in my 20s, it's just not happening. So I'm not fighting it anymore. My hairdresser agrees. It's just a bit much. Oh, thank you. Sorry. This actually is the same hair I had when I was in college. So I did have short cropped white blonde hair at one point, but this was my standard. So tonight I'll do some readings for you guys if you want. Recommended donation is $5. You can help me finish out my month super strong for July. And other than that, I think we should start with some celebrities. So I did hear a rumor that H&M are trying to go back to bonny old England. Oh, hello, Samantha. You are up late, sweetie pie. Super late. Thank you for hitting the thumbs up. Everybody, hit a thumbs up if you can. Boost my algorithms. While I was missing, I lost a lot of subscribers. Believe it or not, if you're not on for a week, people go wah wah and they get rid of you. So let's take a look at the Harkles. The rumor is that they're trying to not weasel, but wheedle their way back to jolly old England. But I was watching Sue Smith, who was expanding on what the Royal Grift had said about them trying to go back, and is the stuff that they said about Camilla forgivable. So let's take a look at that. Oh, Sally, honey, thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate that. It was a rough week. I appreciate that. Gregopedia appreciates that too. So let's see what we have. Let's see. Is Camilla willing to forgive and forget if Harry comes back? Oh, Deborah, yeah, I'll get to you in just a second. Let me do this first. And thank you, Samantha. My hairdresser said the same thing. He goes, your hair is really healthy. So, oh, thank you, Samantha, sweetie pie. Thank you. Go get some sleep. It's late. It's late for you, sweetie. So is Camilla willing to forgive and forget? Oh, let me pull up my card screen. I do that every time. Every damn time. Good morning, Em. Good morning. So pull that over there. Is Camilla willing to forgive? Oh my. I say that's a big no. No, she is not. Oh my goodness. She is not willing to forgive and forget on this one, guys. No. She is put off. Can't blame her. You really can't call her the wicked stepmother. Like, that's not really something you can't say that and get away with it. So very, very negative feelings and willing to make those known. In reverse, Ace of Wands, what good will they serve anyway? Are they going to do anything good here? Let me just fix this camera because I feel like it's like meh. It's like meh. My husband said I say that about everything. It's meh when it's weird. So Gregopedia is here too. So the Ace of Wands, what good is it anyway? They're not going to really do anything for us. And the Eight of Pentacles, they have no goods to bring to the market. They don't have any draw. They've already created a ruckus in all kinds of venues. And over here, they wanted to go their own way. Let them. Two of Wands, scoot, be gone. Over here, Camilla says we are much stronger without them. We have a better union without them. Watching them go across the ocean was the best thing possible. Wheel of Fortune under the circle. This is you made your bed, now you got to lie in it kind of situation. So that's not really forgivable. I don't think we're getting very far with that. So, Deborah, I'm going to check my PayPal. I don't know if you had a question. Let me go back up here. There we go. On how I'm doing and what's in store for me. Okay, so we have the question. What deck is this? Let's see. So my son got me a new deck, and I can't use it on YouTube because, oh, that's the lights here. I'm not going to use that today. Even though I do like it. My son got me a, it is, This May Hurt tarot. And I can't use it because not only is there nudity, but there's some bush. Like actual bush. I was like, oh, there's like 70s bush. I'm sorry, I don't know if that's inappropriate, but I can't put it any other way because that's what it was, 70s bush. Let's do Tarot of Divine. Tarot of the Divine. You guys know I love this one. And if you want any of these decks, links to any of the decks, let me know. Usually I put them in the comments, but I didn't know what I was going to be pulling out. So Tarot of the Divine, we're going to put this case over there. All right. And this one is for my sweet friend, Deborah. Ten of Coins. That's some good stuff. 10 of Coins, 4 of Coins. Page of Swords. Empress. And the 8 of Cups. Hanged Man, and under the surface, the Knight of Coins. So this is kind of interesting. This is usually like a fortuitous situation with the 10 of Coins and the 4 of Coins. So I want you to watch your money. Watch if any money shows up out of nowhere. And if it does, don't tell anybody about it. So if you win the lottery, do not tell anyone. Do not spend that money. Want you to hang on to it. This Page of Swords is telling you definitely keep your mouth shut. So all three of these, we've got money coming in, substantial amounts, stuff that you need to sit on. You need to keep it quiet, keep it safe, keep it secret, keep it safe, right, Greg? Can you hear me?
What?
I said keep it secret, keep it safe.
The ring?
No, it's possible lottery winnings.
Oh. No.
I'm never going to go to sleep drinking Coke. It's such a stupid move. I know it's not good for you, but I'm celebrating a little. And I can't celebrate with champagne. So yeah, some money coming in. Keep it secret, keep it safe, don't tell anybody. And what you need to do is let that money grow. So there's a Knight of Coins under here who's either investment guy. I know this is like really like a high impact here. Either investment guy or even yourself being really smart and keeping that money in a certain spot and putting it only towards certain things, not frivolous spending. The mother does not spend frivolously, but she does nurture and she does add good stuff into your life with whatever income comes your way. The Eight of Cups says do not go on vacation, do not encounter anything, don't go bananas, be very careful. Hanged Man up here is the energy up top. The Hangman, you have to remember the Hangman is always someone who has maybe had a misstep, maybe made a mistake, and we want to make sure that we rectify that, we look at it, we learn from the mistake. The Hangman is hanging there because he is thinking about what he's doing, thinking about what he's done, and he's not repenting as much as he's just ruminating. Somebody said that word to me, ruminating. It was one of my girlfriends said it about a guy she knows, and he's always ruminating, and I was like, oh, that's really annoying. Instead of doing this is a situation where ruminating is a much better place. So I think there's opportunity or found money coming your way, found riches. So, if you have, walk out in the front yard and you find a diamond ring, don't tell anybody about it. Stick it in your pocket and hang on to it for a little bit. And then I invest that money carefully. So that, what's that? It's not stealing. It's not stealing. The pennies become ours.
Improper disposition.
Gregopedia says it's improper disposition. So 3 more cards for you, Deborah, because I love you, sweetie pie. We're going to do what you want, what you need, what you get. I love that format of reading for YouTube. I think it's great. It works really well on the platform. And I think you guys get a lot out of it. So 20 people here. Make sure you hit that like button. Hit the like button. What you want, what you need, what you get. So sorry, not really clear there. Put them on a clear path. So what we want that Knight of Cups here. We want fulfillment. We want romance. We want dates out on the beach, going out on a boat, having a glass of wine, super, super good stuff. But what you need is to stop the quest. So this is Pele, our volcano princess, okay? Our Queen of Wands. She's blowing stuff up. So what you need to do is not blow stuff up and let stuff come to you. There's no reason to raise a ruckus to try and make this happen. What you get is you get 5 of Swords. So what's the 5 of Swords? 5s are conflict. So, our odd numbers, the 5s and 7s, they are conflict. Things are happening, things are moving. They're not settled, they're not grounded. With the 5s, it can be unsettled in your mind. It can be undecided. It can also be conflict, arguing, being in a courtroom and having like a battle of wills, or even salespeople can get into this. But for you, this is going to be of 2 minds, not knowing, or of several minds, not just 2, but several, not knowing which direction is the right direction to go. So I have cool little thing that I bought for myself for my birthday, and they are fun little divination dice. I was trying to come up with my own, and I was like, all right, so I'm gonna look at some of these divination dice sets that they have on Etsy, and this was a cool one that I found. I really like it. And so what we have here is we have a planet, a sun sign, and a house. So, and I'm going to need my glasses for this because I can't see anything without my glasses. So, all right. Yeep. And I got the book. Sorry, guys. I'm pulling the book out. Just got these a few days ago. Which one is this? I have no idea what sign that is supposed to be. So it's a, I don't know if you guys can see it. There we go. And we have fifth house. Let's see, what sign is that supposed to be? That's like a crazy sign. Is it? Oh, it's Virgo. That's a Virgo. Okay. That's Virgo. And we have the fifth house and Jupiter. So gifts from the universe. Virgo is organization and serving others. Gifts that will help you serve others with the fifth houses in your creativity. So I think this is about your gifts a bit more. This is going to give you some more juice for your gifts. And sometimes what happens with us is we need to focus on others. So over the last week, like I really needed to focus all of my energy on our family and make sure that we got from A to B with all the events that were going on. So now this week, how I am going to replenish that energy is by giving back to you guys. I'm going to be here doing mad readings for you guys. So pretty cool. So if you want dice and you want a reading, let me know. I will roll some dice for you. I will roll some dice. So let me see. Roll the dice? No, I don't think so. All right, so we got Deborah and M, and then Jennifer. It looks like I got 2 super chats for you. So I don't know if it double charged you. Just check on that because 2 of them actually came up. So I don't want you to get double charged. So what's coming up for Jennifer? I'm going to switch over to the owl deck. We'll just go back and forth maybe between these two. Do you have to go someplace? Greg?
No, that's one of Ella's one.
Oh. All right, Jennifer, what's coming up for you? What you want, what you need, what you get. So again, we have this page of cups in reverse. This is what you want, like which is kind of weird because you don't want that page of cups to come in all jacked up and confused. It's almost like you just want to jump in with both feet and get a little crazy. If that's what you want, if you want to get footloose and fancy free, we'll talk a little bit more about, I'll pull some more clarifying cards. But what you need is actually to get out of your comfort zone and get out of the cloistered position. So if you're trying to get crazy and funky with a Prince Charming or a Princess Charming that's rolling on by, you need to get out of your cloistered situation. You need to come out of the cave, come out of your safety zone, get out physically, out and about. And then what you get as a result of that is you get experience that will necessitate being behind those bars and being behind a safety, a place of safety. So the Nine of Pentacles, this sweet little owl here, is our kept woman. And in the traditional deck, the traditional Rider-Waite deck, she is cloistered in a garden, in a walled garden, and she has a falcon on her arm who is hooded. So in essence, this is giving away some freedom for luxury and for security. So when we get into a reverse position, this is nudging you outside of that comfort zone. Get out and about and see if you can stretch your limits. And that's how we open ourselves to new experiences. The Nine of Wands is the safety after the battle. This is after the experience. And I tell people when I'm teaching that this is the ride home from Glastonbury or Lollapalooza or Ozfest or what other kind of festivals are there, Greg? What other kind of festivals are there? Burning Man, you're filthy dirty, you have dust up your nose, you're in the car, you're exhausted, maybe you're a little hungover, you're a little banged up, you have a bruise on the side of your face from God knows what. But that's really what this is. That's again, we're gonna today, word of the day, ruminate. Oh, poor Pee Wee Herman. Paul Herman died. Herman's died.
Paul Rubin.
Paul Rubens. Ruben? No
Rubin.
S?
The sandwich. He invented the sandwich.
He invented the sandwich. I'm so upset, Pee Wee. So the word of the day is ruminate. Every time I say it, scream real loud. Ah, like Pee Wee Herman. I hope I didn't hurt your ears. So this is after the excitement, after the fun, after the battle, after the sexy event. You are leaning back with your cigarette, ruminating, kind of thinking. Thank you for always being a game player, Greg. I love you. You are the best. So this is sitting back after the battle and paying attention to what has happened and kind of considering all the things that are happening. So this is kind of the order of the day for you. So getting out of that comfort zone and getting to that place, because what the get card, the what you get card is where we change and where we start to do different things with our energetic self and start to develop as people. So, George W., what about George W.?
You kept saying Bush.
Oh, I kept saying Bush. Yeah, not that Bush. Oh, Rose for the Rumble channel. I actually have a Rumble, but I StreamYard, I can easily do lives and upload to I don't even know what we're calling it. It's not Twitter anymore. It's X channel.
X.
Is it X? Do we just call it X, or do we pronounce it something neat?
Well, it's the channel formerly known as Twitter.
Are we going to get those little signs like I wanted for Prince when he changed his name? So yeah, I can easily upload to Facebook, Twitter or X, and YouTube. So I kind of stick with that. Rosie has a good question. And I'm going to switch decks. We're just going to keep going back and forth between the Tarot of the Divine. And again, let me know if you want dice. I'll throw you some dice. We got divination dice. So, working on a product for my startup business. An overview, please. Let's see what we get. You know what, Rosie? Sit tight, because I really feel like the Housewives Tarot wants to come out. Let me pull these suckers out. This is like my little crafty, businessy, fun, kitschy deck. I love this deck. It's the only one that has, like, keep it in its own little box. I never took it out. So let's see. So we're going to look at it this way, Rosie dear. We're going to see what's going right, what's going wrong, and where it's going to explode and shine. Okay. 27 people on a Monday night. Welcome, guys. I missed you all so much. Thank you for being here. Remember to hit that like button and comment till your heart's desire. So, Rosie, what's going right? Ooh, this is really good. Okay. So, what is going right is that you have the right partners in place. So, the genesis, the lovers are always the genesis. They're the ones that actually create it. They get it together and they make things happen. They make little babies and wonderful projects. So the dreamers that put this together are absolutely the right people. Also, the creativity and the workers that are actually doing this are the right people as well. I'm just going to move this over so that I'm not looking at 12 screens at once. I hope that's not blocking. Now, one of the things is give no quarter. So our 6 of Pentacles is our charity and spending, giving freely, give no quarter on this one. Be very, very careful about the spending that you put. This is something that's going right. So if you're being a little bit tight on the spending, that's a good thing. You want to keep doing that. Don't go any further with that. Don't overspend on this because you want to see where that return on investment is. So now let's see what's going wrong. Sometimes there'll be things that are going wrong and we're not aware of it, or things that require our attention. So the gut feelings, the negative gut feelings that you sometimes have, those are things that we need to pay attention to. Our high priestess is all about our horse sense and our instincts and our intuition. You want to make sure that you keep her turned on. Okay. Don't sounded terrible. Oh, Mrs. Butterworth. Do you see her, Greg?
Oh.
Yeah, it's the Mrs. Butterworth one. Mrs. Butter. All right, I haven't sidebar. So our friend Corey, who is a delight, he never watches my show, but he's a delight. He has this amazing bar set up in his garage, and he's got a bottle of vodka that is shaped like a very shapely woman. And we went over there and we already had a tipple going. And we walked in and Greg sees the bottle.
They were doing all the, taking off Aunt Jemima. And
Yes, it was right when all the pancake people were getting canceled. And so he walks in and he sees this vodka bottle and he goes, oh, Mrs. Butterworth, how far you've fallen. And for the rest of the night, we were laughing and drinking Mrs. Butterworth. But it wasn't Mrs. Butterworth. It was clear vodka. It was clear liquor. It was super fun. But I still have a bottle of Mrs. Butterworth shaped as she should be. So the negative feelings that come in, don't discount those. Don't let logic take over. Sometimes our intuition will push us into directions that we're supposed to. One of the things that I tell people about intuition and the horse sense that we get when you're in the woods, if you ever go camping and a wild animal comes up, your monkey brain is going to kick in and it's going to tell you there's a predator behind you. Hair on your neck's going to go up. You're going to sense that. Your whole body is going to respond to that. A lot of psychic downloads, first time psychic downloads, when people are learning how to be psychic, they do get body sensations. I often, when I'm getting like a very large download, will get tingles that come up my arm, but they start from like here. I don't know why. They start about midway up and they go up into my neck. So pay attention to the nudges that maybe are pushing you into another direction, your psychic nudges, your spiritual nudges. They may be putting you on the path to adjusting some of the work that you're doing, adjusting the focus of it, or the creative focus. So you may get some nudges pushed, you know, and it could be like, hey, the label's not right. I'm not sure I like this label. Yeah, maybe just put the label on for now. Yeah, those kinds of nudges may be very important. And over here, the crowd is a little bit big. So if you have investors on this, I would streamline it to just the investors that count. See if you like, you don't want this panel of people saying, I want to do things this way, because it's going to muddle things. So, you know, make sure that the panel, the review panel, the peanut gallery that's offering their opinion, make sure that that is a limited size, a manageable size. You want manageable bites with those people that are giving advice. So, how is it going to go overall? Let's see how it's going to go overall. Ten of Cups, it's going to go great. Ace of Wands, it's going to be a brand new beginning for you. And King of Pentacles, it may not be bringing in the ducats or the euros that you want immediately. Anything that's worthwhile takes a little bit of time. You love what you're doing. You know, there's nothing better than having a business that you love what you're doing and that you can sink your teeth into and you can really invest yourself in. Does that pay off right away? Some people it does. In this case, it may take a little bit longer. We've got the world economy that's doing some weird things, but we're going into an election year here in the United States, and that's probably going to infuse the economy with something, whether it's stimulus checks or whatever. I don't know where they're finding this money, but you know, we may see some changes to the economy just based on the election that's coming up in the United States. I know you are not in the United States, but it does affect the worldwide economy. So, but this looks like you're going in the right direction. You're going to be really, really happy doing this, but we may not see the money flowing in the door for some time. So be patient, because I think you're on to something good, Rosie. So I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you so much for your contribution. And let's see who's next. I see a little green surface down here. Oh, Manuel, darling. Will Ulster University say yes to me? And I say, you say Dankeschön, I say Bitteschön. Did you say bratwurst?
I say bratwurst.
Gregopedia said bratwurst. He loves bratwurst. All right. You want to do one card? Let's do this. Here. I shook those out. Switch around. We could do, I got a new pendulum too, guys. Shelly Creepshow got me a new pendulum. She got me all kinds of goodies. I got a tiny tarot deck. It was a good birthday this year. Everybody got me tarot related stuff. It's really fantastic. All right. Let's see one card. One card. They're going to say yes. 5 of Swords. So looks like they're still thinking about it. So what do we got here? Knight of Swords, 9 of Wands, 6 of Cups, the Moon. Still some things behind the surface. Are you done with the application process? Like, it just seems like there's something more to be done. It seems like there's more to be done. So let's pull out this. And I get my elbow down here. Will Ulster University say yes to Emmanuel? That's a yes. We're getting a yes. I'm getting a yes. I hope I'm right. I hope the pendulum's right. Oh, yeah. It's getting crazy. So even though we got that yes, so this looks like still reviewing something in the written communication. So I don't know if it's an essay that was submitted with it. Still reviewing that. Nine of Wands, they're kind of holding back. Ultimately, this looks like it's a yes. They lean into that yes. And then we're a little bit quiet. And then surprise, fairy godmother shows up. And this is the Cinderella fairy godmother as the magician. How cute is she? And then she shows up. So give it a little bit more time, but let me know, when they come back to you. Like that's exciting stuff. Ulster University. So thank you, my dear. And let's scroll down. Loose lips sink ships. Oh, Penny, thank you. Thank you. Penny is sorry for our loss, honey.
Yes, I thank you.
Yes, thank you. Yeah.
I think somebody.
Ooh, Tony Robbins has a free course from. Ooh, Sari, if you can put a link up, that's awesome. Oh, the lab work came back and it didn't help. Sorry. Oh, sweetie pie. Oh, 7 months and it didn't work. Oh, thank you, Deborah. Thank you, sweetie pie. Yeah, Sari, you absolutely should watch on Hutch on Monday. In a couple of weeks, I'll be participating every Monday. I'll be in there like a big goofball. But I started supplementing outside because I just couldn't break from work and get over to the workouts. But it's actually pretty cool, and he modifies stuff. He does them live, so he'll modify stuff if you have questions. He's pretty great. So I strongly recommend that. And I'm going to go over to this one too. Yvonne, darling, how are you? Up late too. So I'm dealing with Leeds Building Society for the next few weeks. How will this go? Let's see how it goes. It's all good stuff. All good stuff. Aha, that's what we want to see. Pentacles. All right. So, got the right team in place. NT. Pentacles. Not, yes. PE. So, the Lovers, we have the right people in the right place to alleviate the damage that was done before. So there was some mishandling on the beginning of this. There was some confusion on it, and what's going to happen is this good team that's in place. I don't know if it's a new solicitor that you have, is going to be able to get rid of some of that trouble. And also we have that 5 of Pentacles, which is working together, cooperative work. We see this gelling a bit more. So some more cooperative working together. Now the Tower card and the World card are interesting because they're kind of, I'm going to separate them from this. This is almost like phase 1, everything's going good. And then we get into phase 2 and we get some conflict here. there's some piece of information that gets revealed, and it kind of throws everything askew for a little bit, and it prolongs the situation. So we may get to a point where everything's like going smooth, smooth, smooth. It looks good. It looks like we're going to get somewhere. We're going to get an agreement, and then all of a sudden, boom, there's some information that comes out, and we have a delay, and we're kind of stuck in the courtroom a little bit longer. Under the surface is a very unevenly paced situation. So I think you and I discussed this before. I think maybe one of the parties has deeper pockets, and they're kind of waiting for the other party to give up and have empty pockets. So I think we're looking at that. But the reality is that you can stay the course on this. You can stay the course on this. It's going to be okay. Their expectation of someone giving up is not as likely as what they haven't dealt with other people like this. So I think it looks good. I'm going to do 3 cards too. I want to do, and I'm actually going to pull out my Crowley. I got decks all over the place. I'm bedecked with decks, Gregory. You see what I did there? Yes. It was good, right? I look so happy today, guys, don't I? Today's a happy day. Today was a good day. So we're going to do Crowley, need, want, get, or want, need, get. You can't always get what you want. Want, need, get. So there may be a compromise thrown your way, settlement that may be offered. So what you want is you want justice. You want the wrongdoers to be called out on the carpet. That may not happen because what we need to do is resolve the situation on as firm a ground as possible. So getting that declaration, I'm sorry, I screwed up, I'm a terrible person, and I didn't do right by you. Is that forthcoming? It's not going to be forthcoming because there's liability that's wrapped up in this. So it's much easier, and I say this all the time, I am a problem you can solve by throwing money at it. My mother says that problem isn't a problem if you can solve it with money. What if your problem's money? So, this problem is the other party is going to want to resolve it by throwing money at it if they have to, if they're forced into a corner, and they will do that. But there's going to be some kind of compromise on their part. They're going to offer some kind of middle ground, like, well, we'll give you this if you do this. So I think you may get into a stalemate. Consider what they're going to offer you. It really, is it worth staying in the battle, or is it better to get out with a few bruises, or a black eye or bloody nose, whatever it may be. So I would, kind of keep the temperature on what they're going to offer you. I think they're going to try and get a settlement and just be like, oh, we just want to be done with this. We're not really interested in pursuing this anymore, but here's $10, 10 pounds, just go on your way. You don't need to take that. Don't take 10 pounds. It's not enough. So keep an eye out for that. But there's going to be a point where some additional information comes out, and it's gonna delay a little bit. So Sari, I know you got that spine surgery. Let me pull some cards for you. You do not have to tip me, my love, because I love you and you always spend money on me. So I'll do the dice. We'll roll some dice for you. See how the back's gonna go. We got our fortune telling dice on that side. And then we've got our moon dice on this side. So Gregopedia plays lots of games, including dice. And so he thought this was neat. He was like, if you want to, see what happens if you roll some dice, maybe you should play some games with me. Made me feel bad. So, all right. So we've got the North Node, which is destiny and karmic experiences with your back. Oh, let me see if I can come down a little further so you guys can see this. So we've got the North Node, and we have Sagittarius, which is traveling and learning. So North Node, destiny, karmic experiences, and then traveling and learning. And then in the second house is finances and tangible possessions, which can be our physical body. So this is probably something karmic that's going on. Let's take a look at our moon phases over here. We have 4 for numerology, which is practicality. We have a moon phase of waxing crescent. That's a good sign. The waxing crescent is moving toward your goals, moving toward resolution. And then we have fire, which is energetic, passion, and driven. So I think there's still going to be some action around that. So when we get, a fire sign and we're talking, I'm sorry, you can't really see those. I was kind of pulling them over by me. When you get a fire sign in this, when we're talking about an injury, you want to think inflamed, still fired up, still, kind of healing up. But fire also warms and heals. So I think we're in the process with that waxing crescent moving forward. And again, with the numerology of, what did I say? 4s, practicality and diligence. So we're moving toward the resolution. So I think this looks good, but it is a karmic situation. So Gregopedia and we did cupping the other day. I bought a cupping kit, and we both tried it, and it was kind of miraculous how much better it made us feel right after we did it. I don't recommend that everybody just kind of jump in and do it, but it's, you can get the kits right on Amazon, and they're I guess fairly safe. You have a little suction gun, and you put the cups on you. Here, I don't know if you could see my cupping mark. I don't know. You guys, are you looking in the camera, Greg? Or oh, okay. So Greg's were a little bit more prominent because I was aggressive with his, but we have purple spots all over us, which is fun. I feel like one of those critters in the Dr. Seuss book. Hi, Molly. I would like to reading. So I'm just going to warn you, Molly, you're probably going to get hit up by some trolls on my Facebook because they're like, oh, I sense the connection between you and you should private message me and send me all your money. I don't ask people to do that, but was that good? Did you like that, Greg? Yes. It's quite good. That's pretty much how they sound. They're like, I sense a connection. I sense a connection between us. Let me tell you your future. So, are they? No, they're not Thermians. Those poor people. Oh. So that is because, of course, Greg and I speak in meme or in movie quotes. That is from, oh my gosh, Galaxy Quest. Funny Tim Allen movie if you haven't seen it. So, Molly, I'm getting to your reading. I hope you're enjoying the banter. The rest of you, thank you, everybody, for being here. As usual, super fun. My favorite part of the day. And it's the end of the month.
Super fun, like Great Adventure.
It's super fun, like Great Adventure.
Super fun.
All right, Molly. Let's see. Joseph C. All right. Let's see. Do we have a soulmate? Ooh. Well, that's interesting. That Knight of Wands. So let's talk a little bit about soulmates and twin flames and all that stuff. So I am not one that ascribes to the twin flame philosophy. So, and where some of this comes from is the philosophy that at one point we were hermaphroditic, energetic beings. And when we became corporal beings, terrestrial beings, we split into the two binary sexes. Apologies to anyone who doesn't identify as that. But this is again the philosophy. So we split into the two binary sexes, male and female, and you spend eternity trying to find your other half, either on this planet or in the ethereal. So I am of the opinion that we intercourse and interact with a variety of different energetic beings through the courses of our lifetimes. I believe that my mother, my sister, and I have switched positions in different lifetimes. We've kind of gone back and forth. So, are there particular souls that we like to hang out with a lot more? Yes, 100%. Greg, we've never really gone into any past life. Maybe we should do that. We should do past life regression and see, what we were.
My soulmate was Corey.
Huh?
My soulmate was Corey.
Greg did do a past life regression, and he swears that he was on a mountain and had a dog that was our friend Corey, which Corey is super loyal and awesome. And I don't feel that's degrading him or anything like that.
No, I can identify with that.
So do we have particular soulmates? Like one particular soulmate? I don't think so. I think we have numerous ones. And I think when we make our life contract, in the interim between lifetimes, I think we decide what things we need to accomplish and with whom we need to accomplish them. So is this particular individual a soulmate? No, but he is hot stuff. So that's one of the things. Energetically, the people that we have profound sexual experiences with. Calm down over there, Gregpedia. I hear you whistling away, sweetie. So the people that we have profound sexual experiences with are.
8 seconds, so you don't get dinged for it.
What are you doing?
I'm sampling below 8 seconds, so you don't get dinged for it.
Oh, okay.
I think that's the magic number, right?
I don't know. I think 15 seconds. So that's for sampling music, not sexual activity. So yeah, well, I had to.
Like a rodeo.
That's 8 seconds. You got to stay on for 8 seconds. Oh my God. Somebody's going to get me in trouble. So this particular guy energetically is very, very, very intense with you. So those quiet times in the dark are going to be lit. So what do we need to know about this dude? What do we need to know about Joseph C., this dude? Oh, he's going to shake some things up for you, girl. So this is if you and I tell the story. If this is your first time, Molly, I wrote up a wish list before I met my husband. I shared it with two of my friends and two of my guy friends, and they were like, "Oh my God, you're never dating again." And I've known Greg my whole life, and he just happened to hit everything on the list except for two things. One was you're not more tattooed than me, and there was another thing on there. I can't remember what it was. But clearly it didn't matter because he's fantastic and he is the love of my life. But this is, you were dreaming up this guy. You were dreaming up a type of guy to come into your life. You were magnetizing this guy into your life. And here he is. Boom, you got him. You made him. Is he going to shake your life up? Yes. Is he a good guy? Yes, absolutely. This tells me that he is a good guy. And, he's got his ducks in a row. The sevens are unstable and kind of shifting, but this is more so because of all this wand energy and all this sexual, fiery, sexual tension. I'm saying sexual a whole bunch. So at least I'm not saying ruminate. Ah! Word of the day, ruminate. So If any of you haven't seen Pee-wee's Playhouse, he would have the word of the day and he would scream real loud. Oh, Paul Rubens, God bless you. Thank you for all the fun times. Yeah, with all this fiery wand energy, and I want you to know that the tower does have that fiery wand electricity in there too. So hot times with him, really good times. Are they going to be the main course for a bit? Absolutely. We've got main course here with him. So is that going to turn into something else? We have to wait and see, because when fire burns out, it can do one of two things. It can harden something, it can, like steel or even a piece of wood, it can harden that and it can make it hardier, or it can fizzle out very quickly. So you want to see if you can get that sustain out of this. So if you can kind of turn down the heat, I know it's kind of hard with somebody who's as spicy as this guy. If you can turn down the heat, you might be able to get it to simmer to a rolling boil and sustain that and enjoy it for a little bit longer. So time will tell with this one, but he is hot stuff. Hot stuff. So, whew, I don't even have my fan down here. It's up in my purse. Hot stuff. So I hope you enjoyed that, sweetie pie. If you'd like, you can throw me a tip on any of my pay things, or I think you can do it through Facebook Messenger. I am public on Facebook. Oh, let me see. I'm scrolling back up, sweetie. Hospice dog. Scrolling back up. Let me see. I'm doing the comments by myself, so I apologize if I didn't see your comment earlier. If there's a specific question, I'm looking. I don't see a specific question. Okay, let me get back down. Hang on. Sorry, I'm just getting back to where. Okay, so let's do this. I have my dog tarot down here. Let me grab my dog tarot. That's Moonology. That is not dog. What? All right. So Facebook user, you don't have a name. I just have you as Facebook user and a silhouette. So let's take a look at hospice dog. And I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. It's so hard to do that. A couple of years ago, we had our dog on hospice and our cat, and they wound up passing away on the same day. It was very, very difficult.
We had a wedding.
And we had a wedding that night. We had a wedding that we had to go to. Full gamut of emotions. So what do we need to know? Oh. So our puppy is tired. Absolutely. I'm sorry, sweetie. Very tired, and dogs don't reflect. They really do live in the moment. They don't think about their the life that they led, or the regrets that they have, the bones they didn't chew on, the peas they didn't the peas they didn't tree on. The peas they didn't tree on. I know. They don't think like that. But what they do think about is the moment that they're in. And so this moment, making our puppy feel like a king, making our puppy feel like a queen, is very important right now. We are at the precipice of change. So we are getting very, very close to that change. And the one of bones is the fiery energy, which is transformative, like the phoenix. So I do want you to know, and I do get a sense that this will be um a quicker, this isn't going to linger. So I don't know if you're making the appointment with the vet, and I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. But as needed, make that appointment with the vet to give a hand. It's the other side is waiting, and puppy is just about ready to go. So comfort care right now, the palliative care at this point. um do the things that you need to do. I know when it wasn't on top of when Bruno passed away, but our dog Bruno, we had to go to the vet as an emergency. We thought it was, time to go. And Greg said, "Stop at my brother's house. I want to take him for a last swim." It was the summer. And so Greg took him in the water and just walked around with him. And believe it or not, he got out of the pool and walked around like he was fine. And we got another, what? We got another 6 weeks out of him, didn't we?
No, we got like good 2 months out of him.
Was it 2 months?
Yeah.
That's I thought it was significant. So I definitely do the things that he wants to do, he or she wants to do. And no, the other side is they're waiting, and the door is opening. So I'm sorry. I know it's so hard. Really, really hard loss when we have our pets. And I did go to a grief therapy when I was in California, when I had lost my first well, it was technically my second Rottweiler, Bandit. And they said the reason why it's so difficult when we lose pets is because they always stay around the mentality of like a 3 or 4 year old child. So it is like losing a child. It is significant loss. And people that discount that are not very nice people, in my opinion. Oh, it's just a dog. Oh, it's just a cat. Oh, it's just a parrot. Not really cool. They are family members. I mean, in our house, they're 100% family members.
Had always said, anytime you get a pet, you're purchasing a small tragedy later in life.
Yes, George Carlin, my husband, quotes, "Anytime you get a pet, you are purchasing a small tragedy later on." So something to be thinking about. But Ronald Reagan also said the best way to get over a good dog is to get a new one. And he meant that with all due respect to good dogs everywhere. I'm sorry, Greg. Not yet. Not yet. Gregopedia wants a thank you, darling Yvonne. Yes. Gregopedia wants a new dog, but I am not ready yet. In a few more weeks, I may be. So
you've been dangling that cart for the last 2 years.
Well, how many walks have you taken Raven on?
She doesn't want to walk.
You both need to walk.
It's too hot out.
It's too hot out. I'm too fat to walk. Raven has a weight problem, just so you guys know.
I don't have a weight problem.
She has a weight problem.
No, I'm just a really hairy dog. Tell me I got a weight problem.
You have a weight problem.
I have a you problem. That's what I have.
Oh, is she down here? Oh my God, Raven. So Sari, let's see about the surgeon. The surgeon. Gregopedia is whistling like a surgeon. Hi, priestess. I don't think you're going to vibe with him spiritually. I think he may be a little bit different spiritually. 9 of Wands. You're going to feel like you're in good hands with him. Again, it's going to it's going to take some time for the results. Recovery, you're going to have to, there's going to be some effort, but right guy at the right time. I think this guy's a good one. So, but keep in mind, it's going to take some time. I know you've been waiting forever to get full recovery from this, or at least some recovery from it. So, this guy, I like the one that I just pulled on. I prayed and found him, that one. So what else do we have? Universal healing, powerful healers. So one of my students, I don't want to name drop her unless she can drop it in here, has been doing healings with someone up in Canada, and I want to do it because she gave some interesting information to one of my students. So pretty cool, pretty cool. Penny, see what we got, Penny, for the next few months. Next few months. 3 months? Want to go into the fall? Take a look into the fall? Penny, every time I see you, I'm like singing Lionel Richie. Penny lover. I can't remember any of the rest of the words. Did you see the Lionel Richie Dave Grohl video? Where he comes in and he's saying Dave Grohl singing hello, and Lionel Richie comes in and grabs him and he goes, "That's my song. It's my effing song." It's really funny. Talking to you, Greg. This is married life. This is married life. You're talking to your husband. He's right across the room. He's right there. He's right there.
I'm sorry. I thought you were talking to your adoring fans.
I was talking to my adoring husband. I thought I was. You have failed me. Don't fail me again. All right, Penny. So let's see what we see. So August. Ooh, September. Or actually, we'll do just a little sneak peek at August. So what's going on with this fella? The fella who has the sharp words, and he's not telling you everything that's going on, and he's moody. Moody. Is this our guy? Is this our guy who's a little sharp with the words and moody? Something's bothering him. We got to figure out what's bothering him. Let's pull out a card from the middle. And 6 of Cups. That is usually a little bit of regret. So I don't know if he came over and if he's regretful about that. So what can we do to fix that if that's the case? Let's pull some cards on that. What do we do to fix him? He needs bubblegum milkshake or something. What do we do to fix that? Middle of the deck. 2 of Cups. Emperor. So, all right. So, yeah. So, this is a very traditional minded guy, and he wants to be in the driver's seat. So that whatever it is that's making him feel like he's not in the driver's seat, we need to kind of put him there. Otherwise, he's going to be a little spoiled brat. Still wants to be in the driver's seat. Still wants to be the big man on campus, but he's going to be a little snippy, a little snippy. So what do we have? That was August. Let's see, September. All right, so this is like the 10 of Swords. This is a stick a fork in me. I'm done. So I'm a little worried about Mr. Snippy because I'm kind of over this whole situation. I really don't want to deal with this nonsense. I already dealt with nonsense. You are not the nonsense I want to deal with. You're supposed to be the cherry on the cake. You're supposed to be good times and knock it off. So there may be a cooling period where we all relax. Now, the Fool in reverse is about making rash actions before just kind of dialing it back and thinking about things logically. So now let's shuffle again. We're going to go into October and see what happens with this. Ah, there he is. He's back. And we're Fool upright. So you're just a fool. You know you're in love. Are you going to sing the Ike parts, Greg?
What?
The Ike parts?
No, I don't really know their songs.
What did I marry you for? If we can't do duets, do we have to do Sonny and Cher?
I'm not as old as you.
Wow. He's 3 years younger than me. It's not like my mother thinks I'm a cougar. I'm like, he's 3 years younger than me. So when we get to October here, he's back to where he needs to be, back with the bubbly, back nice and happy and content to be kind of holed up. So it looks like there's a little bit of a crisis of decision making here. It's not buyer's remorse, but it's kind of a crisis of decision making. I think there's like almost too many different changes at the same time, almost too many different cultural and personal changes at the same time. So but it looks like we get happy, go lucky, and love again, and we just kind of tra la la. Let's see where this takes us. We took a leap, we took a risk, and we'll just kind of keep going with that. So I think a little bit of weirdness at the end of the summer, but it's something that's going on with him. Like he's not going to talk about it. So if you can tweeze that out of him and say, hey, we're in this for a marathon, not for a sprint. Let's talk about it. Let's see where we can meet in the middle or what I can do to kind of make that better for you. Let me grab a little bit of Coca-Cola. And thank you so much, Penny. I hope that helped. Oh, hi, Sophie. Hi, Sophie. Were you on last night when I was on there just kind of yammering away? That was like super fun. I always feel like I have timing issues. I gotta move really quickly. So welcome, Sophie. Thank you. Thank you for coming on over. You're coming in at a good time too, because I'm gonna be going bananas this whole week. So things are gonna be neat. All right. So Sari, do you want me to read some more on him? You didn't have to tip me, honey. You did not have to do that. That's the one that I just read on. So I just think that is he going to do your surgery? Let's see what we get with that. Let's see. Is he going to do it? From that last spread, I definitely think he is the right one to do it. Will he do it? So I think there are things with the sun in reverse. This is always a yes card, but I think there are going to be some things that he wants done prior to the surgery. So he may want, I don't know, PT. I don't know. I'm not a surgeon. I don't know, but I think he's going to want you to accomplish some things, hit some benchmarks before he actually goes in there and does it, which is good. He's trying to cover all those bases before he gets to the knife and moves forward. So we may see that. So but I think this looks good. I think it looks good. So I'll check. You're seeing him tomorrow, right? 8/21. Oh, not for a while. So we'll touch base on that. Keep me posted on that. So thank you, honey. You didn't have to do that though. And Yvonne, thank you very much, sweetie pie. Thank you. So, oh, Jennifer, what help me out. Jennifer, you want to come on screen? I can invite you. You don't have to put your picture up, but we can do a little bit more. I don't know what I did. I can't remember what I did for you. So let me go back up and see what Jennifer's question was. Hang on. Boys and girls. I don't know what I did.
Was Jennifer the Ulster one?
No. No, that was Emmanuel. So I'm not sure what I did though. How do I do that?
Was Jen the one with the soulmate thing?
Let me see. What's coming up for her? So I'm not even sure what I said. Here, let me see if she came over. Okay. So Jennifer, I'm not sure what I did. So now I got to go back and watch the whole thing. Did you want like the Celtic cross, or I can do that, or like a 5 card with the one on top? Like I can do whatever you want. Tell me in the comments exactly what you wanted, and then I will come back and I'll do a redo. I'll do a I got this crazy bug flying in front of my face. Um, so yeah, I would absolutely I can redo it. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. No, I certainly thank you, sorry. I did not want to slight you. I'm moving as fast as I can. I'm gonna hit M. No, I'm not gonna hit M, but I'm gonna do M's. But Jennifer, comment again, and Sari, I don't know if you can. Oh, you can't star comments, I don't think. But comment again, like if you wanted like the cross reading, or if you wanted the 5 card reading, and just give me, or if you wanted me to go like a few months, just let me know what you want. I can do it. I can do it. Oh, and M said I'm like sunshine. Am I? Yeah, I have a sister that's blonde, and she was always like, "You're like dark midnight, and I'm sunshine." So calling me sunshine is like, it's neat. So let's see. General reading for M. What does M need to know? Oh, Mrs. Butterworth. So, I don't know if you know, I just told this story before. We have a syrup company, and it's Mrs. Butterworth, and the bottle is shaped like that. But when they were doing like the whole cancel culture thing, they were getting rid of the bottle. So yeah, you can get old fashioned glass ones. We still have a plastic one. I'm not letting it go. I'm not getting rid of it. It's not going anywhere. But it is like the best syrup. I do love it. So general reading for you. Really good stuff here. We've got Ace of Pentacles. This is in your head. Your mind's on your money, and your money's on your mind. So this is really like you're making the good choices to move forward and have new foundations. True with the Ace of Cups too. That Ace of Cups, which is you in the middle. This is the youest you. This is your shadow self. This is your higher mind self, or your intellectual mind. Back here, King of Pentacles. This is what I tell everybody we pack into our suitcase and bring into the future with us. So the King of Pentacles maybe is a little disjointed with his money, and maybe is a little spendy, and not as stable with his money. So something has happened to you, and intellectually, spiritually, you are starting to get those nudges and those instincts to keep your finances, your real estate portfolio. I'm saying portfolio. If you don't have a portfolio, I apologize. Not that I have one. Don't think that I have one. But your money making things, and this can also be bodies of artwork for people that are artists. They may have their own studio, their own museum. They'll have lots of stuff together. This can all be things that move forward into the future with you to your benefit. So with the King of Pentacles, this is lessons learned. He's in reverse here. But now we've got the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups moving forward. So these are lessons that are well learned. Mistakes were made here, but you have resolved them karmically and terrestrially. And now you can move forward with more purpose. And this is our Two of Pentacles down here. I'm sorry, the banner's in the way. You can move forward with more purpose and a better foundation, a solider, a more solidified foundation. And it's all thanks to this karmic level up. So I don't know what this lesson is that you've learned about establishing legacy and moving forward into the future with the finances and the backing and the roots and the family and the legacy, and bringing that into the future. I don't know what you've just learned, but it's a pretty significant lesson with this high priestess. And it moves forward into the death card. The death card is about changing and reordering our way of thinking, our way of behaving. This is someone who has a heart attack and changes their life and starts running marathons and eating right and really working toward that physical improvement. This is someone who is in a relationship where they're a battered spouse, and they leave and they move forward, and they thrive, and they never look back, and they just work to save themselves or save their children, or their pets or whomever. This is a huge accomplishment that you've just made here. So general reading, you got like the blue ribbon of general reading. So and sometimes I get people that ask for readings when they're at a point like this where they have made a karmic shift or a karmic resolution, and they don't quite know where to go. They're kind of adrift for a little bit, because when we have a success like this karmically, sometimes we're like, oh, well, what's next? Where do I go from here? What do I have to accomplish next? There's no task at hand right now. Bask in this, kind of chill out and just kind of roll with it, and let it, soak it up, and enjoy having the ride. So let's take a look and see what's next. What's next on the M list? I took your banner down just because it was kind of hogging up the space, but let's see what's next for M. Oh, who's that guy? Who's that guy? So what's next? What's coming up next? New karmic fun that you have to work on. So what we're going to work on is, this is not working together, not partnering, not sharing the burdens with anyone else. You kind of like do it. I'm going to do it all on my own. This is about welcoming people in, even though it's contrary to your own personal philosophy and sensibilities. If you need to put a fence in, you're going to do it yourself. But look who's here. This handsome, dashing man who he is sitting around having a beer, but he is willing to help. And look at the smoldering good look there. Aw, sexy time. That it's a very old fashioned kind of dude that we have here. So he's going to recognize this I can do it all M. I'm just going to be the judge and jury. I'm going to be the foreman and the worker and the building owner and the property inspector. He's totally seeing that, and he's going to step in and be like, I want to alleviate some of this. I want to bring some sweetness back in. I want to take the work off and let her have a good time. So I don't know if this is your current person, but if he's not, he's going to come in like gangbusters, and you're going to see him a mile away. So be mindful of that, dude. So I think next karmic lesson is about not doing it all. So if you did just kind of sort out some finances or sort out some logistical stuff on your physical acquisitions and real estate and physical holdings, if you just worked that out, the next project is to be able to work together with someone else who's very special and adorable. So I hope that helped. Thank you again, M, for your contribution. So let's get back. TD, your meditations have been working out great though. So I'm just looking at everything. Okay, so I'm looking for Jennifer's. I want Jennifer to add. Oh, Penny said brats are a Wisconsin favorite, Greg. Emmanuel, they're still reviewing the proposal at Ulster. Okay. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. So, Hi, Anne. We're all good. Oh, Yvonne, thank you. Thank you so much. It was a rough week. And hold on just 1 second. I'm gonna put a star on there. Oh, and here's our first troll. Felix Anna. She even took my name. Oh, and Molly got a troll request too. So, and just hang on 1 second. I just want to see if I'm trying to see the rest if she has any questions. Oh, WizKid Stanley, we got another troll. Troll in a dungeon. Hi, Nikki C. Hi, Shelly. Still looking for Jennifer. Oh my goodness, more trolls. There's trolls everywhere. Okay, Jennifer, there you are. All right, I'm still scrolling. Oh, it's my cousin Janine. Hi, Facebook user cousin Janine. Okay, there we go. Jennifer, we're back in business. All right. Okay. All right. All right. Which deck? Let's use the owls. Okay. Ah. All right, I'm going to pull off your comment, Jennifer, just so we can see all of the cards. All right, so what we have here. So we're going to start here. So again, remember this space, we're taking this and going into the future. We pack our suitcase. These are the good things and the bad things that we take with us into the future. Okay, they affect our future. This is where you're currently at. You're a Page of Swords. Page of Swords, what do? They have a lot to say. Page of Swords are the messengers. They're the ones who say, in your job, if you're telling them what's going wrong, if you're telling them the things that can be improved, the conversations that you're having with them are tedious because we have the 10 of Wands over it. That's what's crossing it. So your message is getting lost in this. This that we're bringing the chaos and the lack of cohesion on the team. So if there are people that are not working well together, if you're kind of the data bearer, the standard bearer on that, like things are not going right. If you're the one who keeps telling them that, the message is getting lost in the repetitiveness and the delivery. It's just too much, too soon, too often. I think the powers that be in your position now, if you are working, are blind to this. If you are seeking a job, it's almost like the tactics are going in the wrong way. You're not utilizing a cohesive or standardized process of getting that across. So, again, if you're in a work situation, and I tend to think that that's what it is because we've got the chaos of other workers here, and then we have the lack of acknowledgement from the leadership there. They're not acknowledging the realities that you're presenting to them, the truths. The Page of Swords tells the truth. This isn't like being a rat and say, or being troubling and saying, well, this is wrong and this is wrong, and the toilet paper was on the toilet paper roll the wrong way. This is someone who tells the truth. This is someone who sees clearly and can explain that to someone. It's in this delivery. It's almost like you've been telling them too many times and they just don't hear it anymore. But there is an element that they don't want to hear it. They don't want to make changes based on the opinion of one person there. They want to base the changes on what they decide and what the leadership above them tells them what to do. It seems like the trees that you've been barking up are not agents of um their own ideals. They are being told what to do, and then they're telling the people below them what to do. So you're it's almost like you're not to use too many analogies, you're like beating a dead horse here because they're just not going to hear it. Skipping over that level of leadership, we can take a look at that. Seven of Pentacles, you are constantly thinking like, is this it? Is this all that there is to it? And the truth is, it feels very much like this situation is kind of uh it's stagnant ground. Is that what do you say? Stagnant ground or fallow ground with fields, like something that won't grow, Greg?
Uh,
Barren field is what I'm trying to say. It's like a barren field. Like it's like an idea vacuum. Like they're just not willing to make any changes unless it comes from on high and is delivered down to them. So I just think, and that's not to say like they treat you like a peon, but that's kind of the thinking that they have there. Like they just really can't be bothered to take the advice of some gal in the office. So hang on one sip. I never drink Coke. Oh my god, it's so delicious. Um, under the surface here, if and this is our shadow self, and we have our Knight of Pentacles in reverse here. So he's a beautiful card. Let me show you how cute he is. Look at how cute he is in his little armor. Oh, is he not adorable? Love him. So if you think that voicing your truth and the intellectual decisions that you have made to these parties is going to get you elevated or get you another raise or something like that, or get you into a position of leadership. They're not decision makers. The ones that you're talking to are absolutely not decision makers, not by nature or by order of where they are placed. They're just not those kinds of people. It's almost like they were put into that position um just to kind of take orders and keep the bodies in line, make sure everybody stays on that factory line, make sure everybody's hands keep moving so they keep working, because if they're moving, they're making money. So what do you do in this situation? This is like a should I stay or should I go? Because if you want to make a difference, how do you go about that there? Because there's clearly some things wrong there, and the right people are not aware of it. So, never tell anyone to quit their job. I never say that. However, and not, pardon the pun, because we're using an owl deck. Your wings are clipped there. Your ideas are not going to get off the ground. Oh, so many flying analogies. They're just not going to get off the ground. This is just not an environment where it's conducive to that. So decisions should be made. Are there better places for you to be where you can take flight, as our Knight of Wands does? Look at how handsome he is moving along. Yes. So, Three of Pentacles, it may be a position where it's a lateral move financially, or it may even be a little bit less. Sorry. That is where you can make a difference. The situation, the work situation that you're in just doesn't feel like they're willing to. It feels like everything is rusted. It feels like all of the intellectual and the mechanisms that make a business go, it feels like they are all rusted and just kind of fixed and not really doing anything. So that is a little bit alarming. um but they may have a good thing going. They may have a system going. I know sometimes companies get a system in place, and they don't want to stray from that. So it just feels very much like that very old fashioned thinking. But for some reason, they have seemed to have weathered the storm. I think your time is drawing to a close there. I think you've learned everything that you can. The ideas that you have and the creative thought process that you have within this job, you can take that with you. This is a suitcase thing that you can take with you into the future with that Four of Pentacles. The goods that you got from this job are transportable. It's not like you have to leave them there. So I hope that helps a little bit more. I hope that was a little bit better. I don't even know what I did for you the first time. I'm gonna have to rewatch this and see. Like, I don't know, what did I do? Throw like two cards? Like, I try not to do that. I try and give you guys a lot of bang for your buck. But I hope that was better. I hope I did better on that one. So I'm gonna scroll up because I'm getting a little flaky. So let me just go back up, boop, 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 and see who's in here with all the trolls. I got all these trolls. So, oh, Sarah, you're fantastic. You did give us a link. Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you so much. I'm going to star that and check it out. So, Anne, let me go back. I did see your message that you lost your sister. So let's take a look. Let's take a look. Give you guidance. This one's a little too high octane. So we're gonna go over to this one. Nine of Wands, Sun in reverse, Queen of Cups, the Emperor. This is a guide. This is a guide right here. That's one of your guides. So, the Nine of Wands. This is our holding up and supporting ourselves after the battle, putting our back to the wall, licking our wounds. And the fairy tale that's in this card is the Baba Yaga fairy tale, which is really great. Russian fairy tale. Look it up. I'm not going to tell the story right now. It's a cute little story. Baba Yaga has a house that's on chicken feet. Just flaming skulls around her house. No kid would be scared of that. So this is putting our back against the wall and just assessing the damage that has been done through life and through loss. We just had a loss in our family. So my condolences to you for losing your sister. This is about taking the time to heal. And when we are at our lowest is when we really need to take that time to heal and pull some people in. Now, this is a guide who's with you, so we're going to talk a little bit about him as we get further down. But there are healing times coming, but it is going to be slow. Okay, losses take time, and you just have to get through the moments. I once upon a time I was a runner, and I used to run down the road and use the telephone poles to kind of drag me down the streets. I'd run. I just got to get to the next pole. I just got to get to the next pole. And when we're in grief, that's a good measure for you. I just have to get showered. I just have to make tea. I just have to get to the car. I just have to get to the post office. I just have to get to my office. Those mile markers in our day. If we segment our days and just give ourselves those little mini challenges, those little mini tasks that we have to get through, sometimes it makes things a little bit easier to navigate through the grief, because we are structuring our day with a focus. It's having a purposeful focus. And I'm not a grief counselor. I suffer from grief just as much as anyone else does. But this is what I am seeing in here. Just taking that time to heal, being generous with yourself, and letting yourself feel what you need to feel. When we stuff down that pain and anguish, we will only relive it later. So we do have to go through the process of mourning. And I come from a family of mixed religions. In our family, we have Judaism on my father's side and Christianity on my mother's side. And I always said I love the process of sitting Shiva, because on the first few days of Shiva, when you go, everyone is very upset and there's a lot of emotion. And over that 8 days, you feel this lightening by like day 4, day 5. And what starts out as everyone being very sad and crying, periodically, just unable to speak, you start to tell the funny stories about the dearly beloved that has been lost, and you start to laugh, and you start to have more fond memories that come out over those 8 days. So my husband, his mother that we just lost is Japanese, and so Buddhist tradition is, we set up a shrine at his father's house and go and pray to that. We all have a shrine at our house too. Her ashes are with my father-in-law, but we'll all go, and I have some incense, and I have my little sound bell. And I was so glad my mother-in-law's sister, when she was here, she utilized it. So I know, I was like, does it look okay? And she said, yes, it looks good. So, that process of 49 days that will be continuing the mourning, I think is going to be very akin to the Jewish tradition of sitting Shiva, which I think is very, very important. We do need to process through grief. And sometimes I feel the Catholic or Christian tradition is just a little bit brief on that. And we go in, what is it, 3 days max, and then you're done, and you're set forth to go home and kind of sit with yourself. So it's my first time doing the Buddhist tradition. So I'll have some thoughts on it at the end. We'll do offerings, but I will have some thoughts on it on the end. So for you, this is a very disjointed emotions, very up and down, which is normal. It's just completely normal to feel like that. Anyone who loses a loved one and just like, okay, I cry for one day and I'm okay, that's a little odd. But here is our spirit guide. So if you are spiritual, and if you do lean into your spirit guides, I want you to feel the shawl. Okay. So when we have spirit guides that will come and comfort us and try and make us feel better, sometimes they will kind of envelop our shoulders and our upper back. And, it's almost like you have like someone hugging you with their wings, if they're archangels that protect you and circulate around you, you want to take note of that, and you will sometimes feel that come in and feel that protection on your body. I want you to make note of that. Don't be freaked out. This is one of the things I was talking to Trevor about last night, because he was saying that he had had an experience where he felt something, sit down on the bed on the comforter, and I said, that's an exciting experience when someone has something like that, and you can watch any of the ghost shows, any of the ghost hunter shows, and they're trying so hard to have something like that happen for the few of us that are lucky for that event to happen. We got to be pretty excited because people are trying to get that on tape all day long. So make note of that, because there is a very, very strong male guide around you, and this is likely one of your relatives that is coming to kind of lend a hand there. Our dearly departeds don't always show up right away. Sometimes in the transition, they're depleted energetically, so they can't show up right away, or sometimes they transition very, very quickly. It's something that you need to just be patient with it. There aren't um, there are some people who never have their dearly departed come either in dream or in some kind of sign, purposeful, uh, presentation. So, in those cases, you just kind of have to be patient until you see them again. But this individual is stepping in. This male individual is stepping in and presenting a protective cloak and a protective kind of shawl around you to try and give you some comfort and help you. So if there is any presence that you feel, it's likely to be this gentleman, who's very, very fond of you and very worried about your state. So there, one of the things that he wants you to know is that you don't need to feel guilty about anything. I know you said in one of your messages here that it was a sudden circumstance. You don't need to feel guilty about this. He doesn't want you to feel guilty. This was her time. This was the plan, so to speak. So there was nothing you could have done to modify this or make changes to the timing on it. So that is a message, and I think he's going to be very present for you. So yeah, even though this was a sudden passing, you potentially could have some kind of interaction with your sister. So I would just give it some time. It feels like energetically she's just not strong enough to make her presence known. But this gentleman is stepping in to be consigliere, the consigliere in this situation, and offering you some strength. So feed on that strength. Absolutely feed on that strength. I'm very, very sorry for your loss. My condolences to you, Anne. I do hope that helps. I do hope that gives you some comfort. Definitely, look for that gentleman. Look for the gentleman who's coming to see you. So yeah, Sari, it may not be exercise, but it may be something else that surgeon is kind of pointing in a direction. He may want to just do something else. He may want to try, like, I don't know, like acupuncture, or like some kind of PT. You may want to try something. Who knows? It could be just an awesome massage. So skipping past the trolls. Let me see. Isn't Emmanuel gorgeous? Manuel's gorgeous. All right, I'm just scrolling through. Scrolling through, scrolling through. Shelly, I don't know what you're laughing at. Do-do-do-do. So I have never heard of willow balm for pain, Penny. My father gave me emu cream for my arthritis, and I put it on. It was great, and I was very excited about it. And then I realized how bad it stunk, and I was like, "Oh, I don't like this." Yeah, the CBD and THC cream doesn't help me either. I was like, yeah, it just smells minty and it's not really doing anything. So M says craniosacral therapy. I don't even know what that is. Penny says things are about to get crazy with Shelly here. Oh, and Gavin, send me a friend request. Look at all the trolls. Who is Derek Lillian? They have the craziest names. Ah. Alright. Oh yeah, that was us too, Sari. We were a wreck when we had to take care of Bruno. Yep, it's never a final ending. They come back and visit the pets. They do. Oh, Penny dealing with it now, making him feel like a king every day. Ah, so I'm on to something here. No. We got you, Jennifer. I hope that was good. Patty from Cali. Hi, Patty from Cali. And TD Tarot Destiny said, "Poor Raven." Said, "Not poor Raven. Raven went to college. She's not poor. She's rich." Carolina.
So what's the college for? Would be rich. Mom's gonna pay for everything now. So you can either buy me a Tesla or a Corvette.
Oh, okay. Jennifer, I just did a 3-card one. I did a bigger one this time, so I hope that helped. Patty says I'm pretty sunny. Oh, thank you. I'm trying to be. Mina, are you still here? Are you still here? I mean, I've seen Mina before. I've definitely, you know why I know I've seen Mina before? Because Mina looks like a girl that I went to school with named Nancy, but she has dark hair. So I definitely, this is not a psychic moment. I definitely know this person. Recognize. All right, so you're getting 3 cards. You're getting 3 cards, Mina. What you want, what you need, what you get. So, what you want? You want creative collaboration. You want fun stuff. You want to have a good time. This is very weekend vibe. What you want, like just like super fun stuff, Kardashian type living. What you need is to create a better foundation to get this Kardashian style fun lifestyle with a Starbucks in your living room. But what you get is this 10 of Wands, which is work and toil. So I don't want to say work and toil. That sounds terrible, but you have to work for these things. So, as much as the life of luxury is such a great idea, we, do have to work toward those goals and toward, profound stability. That really is something that we need to work as with an end beginning and a beginning, middle, and end goal in mind. So this is like very Andrew Tate. Like Andrew Tate would say, I know we're not supposed to talk about him, but he would say, yeah, you didn't plan well. Like you didn't expect to be excellent. You just expected it to show up. So this is about working toward having that excellence. So fabulous life, yes, great thing to have, but do we need to have a better foundation to plan for that future? Absolutely. And how do we get there? We get there by hard work and cooperative planning. So that is that. I'm starting to get a little faded, guys. Let me see. I've been working since like 7 o'clock this morning. So, Jennifer, thank you so much. And Cherie, thank you. I missed you too. I missed you too. I missed everybody. So scrolling. And I think you and the girls help me. I don't feel stressed about my house anymore. I think okay. Oh my God. You're welcome, Jennifer. I hope that was good. I hope that was good. So we got more trolls. Antonella, yes, I'm wrapping it up though. So the Mayors have a Tangi for funerals, and they seem to be able to grieve much better. They process everything together on the Marae. I'm not sure what all of that is, but I will look it up. I will look it up. Serendipity is an angel, an absolute angel. Oh, and August 2nd is the end. I'm so sorry, Sari. I'm so sorry. The anniversaries are always tough. Hello, MB. Alexis, you can ask a question, but I'm wrapping it up. I'm getting burnt. So Hillary, love question. Love reading. Let's see. All right. Need, want, get. That's what we're getting. Need, want, get. All right, Hillary, what you want, what you need, what you get. So, what you want is you want this, believe it or not, you want a guy who is a little bit rougher around the edges, smart, crafty, but leaning into, I shouldn't say rough around the edges, leaning more into kind of a bad boy. Even though when we look at this card, we've got, biker guy, he's a bad boy upright. The Knight of Swords is not a bad guy upright. He's really smart, but he moves a little bit quickly. He doesn't think before he does or speaks. He's really idealistic and kind of moves forward. But when we get in the reverse, this is somebody who's a little bit of a trickster and somebody who maybe is involved in some not so legal things. Just saying. So this is somebody who kind of the laws are a little bit blurred for him. He's not really worried about towing the law. But what you need is you need to not be someone's mommy. This is somebody who would need a mommy. This is somebody who would need you to kind of take charge of his at-home stuff while he goes out and steals hubcaps. I don't know. Does that thing. And what you're going to get at the end of this all is, if you get yourself in this situation, you will be in a situation where you are cared for and taken care of and secure and secluded. However, you're going to give up some level of freedom and some level of happiness in exchange for this. So this may be the guy that turns you on. This may be what you don't want to do. Not being the mommy, you may still get forced into that mommy position. If you do, the exchange is your freedom. You have to take care of him. So we've all been there. We've all been there with the bad boyfriend. So it's not the best place to be. It's kind of annoying, in fact, especially if you're younger. Don't waste your good boob years on a bad guy. Just saying. Did you laugh at that?
Yes.
My husband laughed at that. Good night, Sari. Love you, honey. All right. So I think. Good night, Deborah. Everybody's scooting out. Yeah, I got to scoot out of here too. Alexis, should you go to Los Angeles on September 3rd? Such a specific question. Let's pull out Mr. Crowley. And I think this is going to be the last one, guys. Hang on. We got Alexis. I'll see if I got anybody else on here. If there are any other super chats, I'll grab them. Otherwise, I think I'm going to call it a night. So if you go to Los Angeles on September 3rd, what is going to happen? Let's take a look. What you want, what you need, what you get. So what if you go to Los Angeles? What you want is you want to be happy. Is it going to be a happy experience? I don't think so. I think it's going to be drama to the 9th power, or actually to the 10th power. What you need is to not make changes, not make wholesale changes. So if this is like a permanent move, if you're talking about making a permanent move, I would not do it. You're not supposed to make this kind of wholesale change. The 4 of Swords is about resting and catching your breath and making decisions. It's your healing card. Go back to bed and heal up for a little while. This is what you need to do in reverse. So you're done with the healing process. Do you want to go back to being wounded again? So you've already recovered from one of these kinds of situations. You don't want to get into another one. So be careful with that. I can't tell you not to go to Los Angeles on September 3rd. I used to live out there. It's a great place. Great place to visit. It's a weird place to live. Coming from the East Coast, I never really assimilated. I had to move back. It rejected me. California rejected me. It spat me right out. Not really. It didn't spit me out. But, all right. Cassia, what is Delante's current feelings for me? I'm going to give you one card because I got to wrap it up, guys. I'm burnt out. I've been on for 2 hours. 2 hours. So what are his current feelings for you? I'll have more lives this week, I promise. I'm back on, I think, on Wednesday. One from the center. What are his current feelings for you? Oh, he wants to put that together. He wants to make that happen. He is having a good time. He's a party guy, though. This is a party guy. So this isn't, I want to marry her. I want to have babies with her. I want to move forward. This is, I want to have a good time. I want to eat and drink and fool around. So that's his feelings. But you know what? That chemical reaction is what starts a lot of long-term relationships. So I would not shy away from that. So I say go for it. Go have a good time. Get some. All right. So, all right. So let me take a look. Hillary, I'm sorry. You think you found a bad boy. It's not what you've been manifesting. So, you know what? Like I said, it could be a good situation for you. So, you don't know. Thank you so much. In a sense, I already assumed that if that kind of outcome be sacrifice, I help him escape to the outdoors. Yeah, exactly. So, Alexis, you're welcome. You're welcome. All right. So I'm doing good. Samiha, I'm kind of fried right now. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this. Describe your future husband. Let's do this. Why don't we do this? What do we need to do to get you from A to B? Okay. What do we need to do to find that husband? Because that's really what it's about. It's really about finding the person that matches you energetically. And all you Facebook gals, if you go over and jump on and subscribe to me on YouTube, I was out for a week. I lost a bunch of subscribers. I need more people. But I also have a Facebook group you can join. So there's a Facebook group and Facebook page. You'll get notifications when I go live. I'm going to be going live a lot more this week than I have in the last few weeks. So let's see what you have to do to find that special guy. And then I got to go. This is my last one. So we're closed out for the night. So what do you have to do? So, you got to figure out which. We got 2 of Pentacles, 4 of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, the Moon, and Hangman in reverse. All right, so this is going to be a good one for the last one. So you have to figure out what you want. You know, it's like Ryan Gosling in The Notebook. What do you want? You have to figure out what your future is going to look like. So, you know, in meditation, what you should do is get yourself to a quiet mind, and then picture the life that you have. Are you staying at home? Are you going to work? Are you raising babies? Are you cooking dinner every night? Are you going out on the town? Are you going dancing every night? Are you in South Beach, Miami, and you know, just dancing to all kinds of Latin music? Like what is your life like? Because the end goal is what we have to create this ideal husband for. So, you know, you don't want to shop for a car at a farmer's market. So we have to find, excuse me, need a little soda. I was about to start coughing. So we have to imagine and manifest the situation that we want to be in, the ultimate situation. So you know, I did a vision board before my husband and I bought our house, and you know, I did like a little house with key on it, and did a couple of good luck charms on it, and the house is like pretty close to like what we bought. It's a very similar house. It took us a long time to find it. So finding that ideal circumstance, the ideal living situation, and really seeing it and feeling that emotion. Dr. Joe Dispenza has meditations about manifesting the life you want, meditating on it and feeling the joy and the excitement and the contentment in some cases, really practicing that emotion of joy, that emotion of elation, that emotion of contentment, helps your body practice to make it a reality in the future. So Dr. Joe Dispenza, you can find him online. His meditations are like $25, but you can find him on YouTube for free. And you know, you can really make some powerful changes in your life and in your energetic makeup. And when we change our energetic makeup, we draw people to us that have that same energetic makeup. So if we want to live a craptastic life where we're reckless and silly and you know, running all over the place and you know, doing DRUGs or you know, drinking ourselves blind every night, you're going to attract people like that to you. Even from 1,000 miles away, you're going to attract people like that to you. But if you practice this feeling of good and this sense of goodness and this intention of goodness and calm, peaceful life, you're going to draw the people that are going to fit into that scenery. So deciding how you want to live, deciding what you want to live is really, really important. That's when we get our Knight of Pentacles to come in, and he's going to plug right in to the equation that you create. So strongly recommend doing the meditations with Joe Dispenza. I'm not sponsored by him. I don't have any affiliation with him. I just know that his meditations work. So using your higher mind, this is one of the things too, is that we need to clear some of the cobwebs out of your higher mind and your intuition. You got to trust in this. Manifestation works. We really can manifest things into our lives. So, absolutely want you to try it. And here is the important piece of the puzzle. This is your spiritual piece of the puzzle where you have to clear those cobwebs away and trust your intuition a whole lot more. This business of the hangman in reverse is about atoning for things that you've done in the past, atoning for mistakes that were made in the past or missteps that were made in the past. So, in this particular situation, you may have made some missteps terrestrially in this lifetime, but you also may have made them karmically. So you may have some karma that you've got to work out here. So, change your energy, bring the guys in, and I just want to go back. Cassia, I don't know if you're still here. I want to do a little bit more for you. So we had that 3 of cups for the fellow, the Sagittarius. I can't remember what his name was. He's up a little bit further. Yeah, Delante. There we go. All right. So what do we do to work with this guy who's got the hots? Got the hots for the pretty lady in the thumbnail. What do we need to know? What do we need to know about this dude? And then this is it. I just gave you the one card before. I wanted to do a little bit more for you, sweetie pie. So everybody have a good time so far? Good time tonight? I only got 11 people left in here. So what do you need to know? All right. So this all right. So I'm going to tell you a little story. I always got a story. So, once upon a time, I used to train security dogs. I had a kennel. I had a small farm, and one of the things I would tell my security dog clients is that the female dogs make much better guard dogs because they're engineered to stay and protect the puppies at home. What are the males engineered to do? They're engineered to go and roam and make more puppies. So sometimes we get guys that dig real deep into that biology and they go, I'm going to run around and spread some puppies around. So, physiologically, scientifically, that's what the males are made to do. They're supposed to go out and perpetuate the species. And, sometimes we get guys, it doesn't matter. Albert Einstein probably did it, smartest guy. Elon Musk has a bunch of kids. I'm just saying. So this one, I think likes to spread it around a little bit. So, and that's okay. Guys do that sometimes, and I'm not saying it's a good thing or it's a bad thing, but I'm not saying that girls don't do it too. It's equal opportunity for everybody. But it looks like this is kind of something that he does. He's got some options. Like he's a good looking dude. He's got some options. He's got game. So I think he's not quite settling down yet. We've got a lot of conflict here. Prince of Swords, you know what? If you bust him in a situation where he's got a gal over here, he's got a gal over here, or he's still considering or still talking to this gal, he's gonna get lippy about it. He's gonna be like, "You're out of your mind." He's gonna do that kind of stuff. So, in the future, probably a great guy. I think the foundation is good on this one. I think a lot of this is hormones. So I don't think he's a bad dude. I don't think he's of poor moral fiber. Just the hormones get in the way sometimes. They sometimes interrupt with the way people are thinking. So give him some time. He's got a little bit of time down the road. But this youthfulness, even if he's not young, he's got a very youthful spirit. This youthfulness, he's just like, what are you talking about? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about what I'm doing. I'm doing my thing. You do your thing. Down the road, good dude, bad dude. Down the road, transformations. He's got a bit of growing up to do. So there's going to be a period of time. It's like 2 to 5 years from now that he's going to hit this transformation period. And that's going to it's going to take him down one of two roads. He's either going to be a real strong man, or he's going to continue to be a big boy and have a good time and, get his boogie on. So he'll have a karmic challenge in like 2 to 5 years. So I'm not an astrologer. So I have a great astrologer. He's on YouTube, Thor Sandalwood. If any of you are not subscribed to him, go on over. He's really great. He does Vedic astrology. Super duper guy. I love his readings. He's my astrologer that I go to. He's my go-to. We're going to do a collab sometime in the future too. We'll do a little show together. But this is something like kind of tweezing out what the karmic values are here. I think would be really interesting. Well, ladies and gentlemen, whoever is still here, I am gonna jump off. Oh, hi, Angela. You know what? I'm so beat, and I got to run out and pick up a kid. But I will probably be back on Wednesday if that's okay with you. So you can come back on Wednesday. I'll probably be on a little bit earlier. So everybody that contributed, thank you so much. You are all amazing people, and I'm glad to be back. So, yeah, you are welcome, Samia. So, and M, you are fantastic. Thanks so much, everybody that contributed. Carolina, thanks so much for being here. I will see you guys later on this week. I will be back with more. I still have more announcements to tell you guys. So, I will be back. All right.